welcome to yet another sit-down video for Divulge Talk Show with me, your host, Mo Mabandi. So I decided to talk about a very interesting yet sensitive and a trending topic in relation to women. I decided to talk about the pressure to be feminine in society. Now, this is not just like a regular conversation I'm having with you guys. I'm a woman and I know the pressures that we go through from a very little age. There's certain things we're told to do and certain things we're told not to do because of society expectations. If you're a woman, you're not supposed to do certain things, or if you're a woman, you're supposed to do certain things. And I felt the need to just get it out there to share with you guys my opinion and to just let you guys know that it is very normal, because as women we live in a society whereby we are pressurized into certain things that we do not want to do. Whether you like it or not, they will tell you to do it. I chose this topic because I realized how much demanding it is to be a woman. And guys, please take note. I'm gonna be looking down because I have notes. I can't cram everything off my head, so I just decided to put everything together and have this conversation with you guys. So I'm gonna define what femininity is, or feminine rather. It refers to qualities, attributes, and appearances related or associated with being a woman. So everything that you do, everything that, or rather the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, as long as it's associated with femininity, that is what we mean by feminine. So that's today's topic and we are going to delve into it. I'm going to be explaining so many things that are related to it. Now, being a woman, just anything else, comes with its pros and cons. There are advantages of being a woman and there are disadvantages. Now, the advantages, of course, we've got beautiful personalities in terms of the nurturing attribute that we have. We are loving, we are patient, most of us are like that. And then the disadvantages is that I feel like sometimes women are used as tools, women are taken for granted, and before, women were sort of enslaved. For example, in marriages, what do they call them? Arranged marriages. The moment you turn 18, there was no door for you to go to school to pursue a career or an opportunity. You were supposed to have a husband. And in most cases, you don't even have the right to choose the husband or the guy that you want. They'll just tell you, oh, this dude from this family, you guys are getting married. And in some cultures, at 12 years old, women were told you need to have a husband, you need to have kids. That's all we've ever known as women. But today, we're going to delve into all those pressures that we went through over the decades, that we're still going through. I know someone might start saying, no, in 2021, we don't have problems with femininity. Trust me, some cultures out there, people are being given husbands. People are told don't go to school because the whole rooted culture of a girl child not being able to, just to be who she is. And because of everything that we've gone through, women have never had the opportunity, just to be a free female version of yourself. You need time to think, oh my goodness, I want to do this, I want to pursue this, I want to go to school, I get to choose when I want to get married. Do you understand? And now people are like, no, because you're a woman, society expects certain things. I'll give an example of once you're married, you're told, don't dress like this, you need to dress like that. So it's like we're being controlled. I want to express myself, and then the next thing I'm told I'm a bad person. So while I was doing my research, I came through an article called The Pressures of Being a Woman in Our Society by Lana Meckler. Now, she talked about growing up, she was always reserved, she was always quiet, she never really expressed her feelings. However, the older she got, the more she realized the importance of being expressive, the importance of actually, if she's uncomfortable with something, then she's there to tell you, no, I don't like this or I like that. However, she was now labeled as rude or a bad person. So this is the pressure that we as women go through. The moment I want to tell you that, no, I'm not comfortable with doing this, now, no, you're a bad person, you think you know everything. But hey, I'm human, I've got feelings. You need to liberate me from certain things, because yes, of course, throughout the years, women are not allowed. But at this point in time, the pressure is still on and women are not allowed to express themselves. So she elaborated how she was told she's now a bad person just because she was assertive, just because she was expressive as well. So These are some of the things we go through as women. Whenever we speak out our minds and express our feelings and emotions, suddenly we become the bad guys. And it's a pressure, because now I am forced not to express how I feel because I don't want to be labeled as a bad person. Yet that is very bad and that is unacceptable, and I believe it's ridiculous. Now today many women are insecure because of what society has told us. For example, women have always been told to look good. Trust me, that is not a bad thing. But now with social media, it's kind of a bad thing, because now social media has sort of made the world a global village. We can connect with anyone from anywhere from in the world at any time. I'm in South Africa, I can connect with someone who's in Australia. Now, the problem with social media is that I'm gonna start comparing myself to someone else who is portraying herself as something else, you understand? And the pressure now is heated. Of course, women had always had the pressure, but now I feel like I need to change myself to look like Kylie Jenner, as an example. I need to change myself to look like a certain person I look up to, or if it's a friend, or if it's just a regular person, because we feel like we need to look a certain way. The whole makeup, the whole doing your nails. I'm not saying it is a bad thing, but there has to be a boundary. Look good, put makeup, put your nails for yourself, to look good, to be confident. The moment you start comparing yourself, the moment you walk out the door and you're gonna buy that dress just because, for example, Samantha has it, it is a problem, because now you're gonna start comparing yourself to Samantha, to another woman, and then you are going to feel insecure about yourself. Let's talk about body images. Many women these days feel like if they're fat, they're not good enough. If they are too thin, they are actually not good enough. So these are the pressures, the pressure that we as women go through, and it is bad. Let's look at colorism. I wrote a blog about colorism. I did my first episode on the talk show about colorism, and throughout the years, women have been told that if you are of a lighter skin tone, you're beautiful. If you're like brown and darker, no, you don't belong to the beauty range of women. And we have become so insecure that now I'm gonna go bleach myself. I'm gonna go color myself to look lighter. Of course, we get women who tell us that no, I bleached myself because I wanted to. But trust me, there's always an influence behind it. It's the pressure that society gives us as women, that you need to look a certain way. If you look like this, you are more beautiful. So the pressure is on, the pressure is heated. For example, celebrities and influencers, they look a certain way. We look up to them. I'm gonna give a very good example of myself. I grew up a very fat and chubby baby, and I used to get like insults. Oh my gosh, you're so fat, you've got fat legs, you've got fat bums. And I started feeling inferior. I had friends who were slender, and I started feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm not good enough. I looked up to Beyonce, Rihanna, Willow Smith. They are slim, they've got, beautiful bodies. I started feeling like I need to look like them. Growing up, of course, growing up I started losing weight, but it had an effect on me. I got to an extent whereby I'll start drinking vinegar because I was told that vinegar makes you lose weight, and it got so bad because of the pressure that I needed to look a certain way. I felt like if I lose weight, probably I won't have the pressure to be told I'm too fat and ugly and all those kind of things. So these are just a few examples to make you understand the pressure that we go through as women. When I was doing my research, I saw an article of a woman who killed herself. She committed suicide just because her makeup was not put. It hurts me to know that this woman did not just put makeup for the sake of looking good or for her confidence, but probably she wanted to look a certain way. Maybe she saw someone's makeup or social media, whatever, and then she felt like, no, this is not good enough. And probably it was something that was going on for a very long time, and then she took her life. So the pressure that we women go through, rather the pressure that society puts us through, is very dangerous. To a certain extent, it becomes poisonous. For example, there was an ad for Dove whereby they were portraying a young woman She took a picture of herself, and then now she started changing the way she looks using various filters. And they were just trying to express how social media has actually had a bad influence on young women, even the older women, because we need to look beautiful. Nowadays, it's about beauty standards. What standard are you supposed to be in order to be regarded beautiful? And yet every single person is beautiful, light, brown, or dark. It does not matter. So it's bad. I'm gonna give an example of Esther in the Bible. They went through a period of beautifying themselves as women in order for the king to choose a suitable wife. Do you see the pressure that these women had to go through? They were not told to just bath and then they just wear like a nice dress, stand in front of the king, and then the king's like, oh, I like you, Esther, be my wife. No. If I'm not mistaken, they went through a whole 6 months just to beautify themselves. You know, it was pressure, because now you're like, oh my goodness, I need to look a certain way. Maybe they needed to go on a diet to look slender and not too fat or not too thin. The pressure that women go through in society. So these are it's just ridiculous. I find it really terrible. Let's look at women. Once you are married, you are told, don't dress like this, dress like that. I'm not talking about you being naked, but you get women whereby they stop wearing pants. Because remember, women have always been told, no, pants are for men, it's masculine. And nowadays, thank God, pants and trousers are part of the femininity fashion trend. However, the moment you get married, they're like, no, you're someone else's wife, you're a mother, you're not supposed to wear trousers. And then women are out here wearing these ugly long skirts and stuff. There's nothing wrong with skirts, but don't change yourself because of the pressure that society puts on you as a woman. Be yourself, fulfill what you need to do. And society just needs to stop this. Yes, we need to, as women, there are certain things that I agree that we need to do because we are women, but there are certain things that are just ridiculous in terms of sometimes it's like slavery. Now you can't even do anything. You need to drop out of school because you need to get married, or you need to drop out of school because you're forced to have kids. The pressure. So many women are out there, they don't even have anything to point out at that I've achieved this because of the pressure that they had, that was put on them to become a certain person. So you lose yourself as a woman. So guys, in conclusion, I just want to say, don't let social media or our environment cause you to make irrational decisions because of feminine pressure. Be yourself as a woman. Look good, dress up, put your makeup, do your nails for you to gain confidence, for you to look beautiful. One secret in life: never compare yourself to anyone. Be your own competition. Compare yourself with yourself. Compete with yourself. That is the secret to life. The moment I want to compete with someone else, I'm slowly losing myself until I fall into a ditch, and by the end of the day, I've probably lost who I am, and then I need to restart again to start realize, who am I, what did I lose, what did I gain, all those kind of things. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this sit down video. I hope you learned something. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to email us, feel free to comment, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget to subscribe, to like the channel, and see you guys next time. Bye.